Welcome to the Rocket and Raygun Awards for 2019. As you know, we've been making a separate video for every category, and just to let you know, we also are doing the best games of the decade with a Rocket and Raygun Awards special just around that. And every category gets its own video. Today's category is Best Family Game of 2019, and bet you can pick some of the nominees just right off the top of your head. And we're going to get into our nominees and our winner right after we hear from the community.
Hey, it's John and Adam from Megadads here, and we're here to give our Game of the Year picks for the Rocket and Raygun Awards.
Let's do it!
For Best Family Game, Adam and I have a split decision. I chose Farm Together, which I spent an ungodly amount of time with on the Switch, somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 hours, farming and plotting and doing other things that farmers do.
Manual labor.
Going
outside.
But you can play with the whole family. Co-op, all the kids loved it. My wife loved it. What was your family game of the year?
My family game of the year is Untitled Goose Game. I played this a lot with my son, and it's really good at teaching your children how to pickpocket.
Ooh, that is a life lesson that is invaluable.
My pick for the best kids game in 2019, it's got to be The Curious Tale of the Stolen Pets. All you do in this game is just find hidden creatures in these little small diorama worlds that are just fully realized, and they look absolutely amazing. You interact with just with everything in the game. You can sprinkle some snow on a little island or raise and lower water levels to watch the underwater stuff come to life. It's super slick, super fun, super short. Any kid will like it. Any adult will like it. It was a great palate cleanser for myself for everything else I play, and I totally dug it.
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It is truly the game that has the gameplay that really holds up. Fun game for the whole family.
I'm not sure if I'm putting this game in the correct category or not, but I had to give it some love because I spent way more of my time with this game than I ever thought I would. So for Best Family Game of 2019, I'm going for Mortal Kombat. No, I'm kidding. Tetris 99. It's just classic Tetris in its most pure form, but they slapped on a loose battle royale gimmick to it, and for some reason that had me coming back to it every night before bed. I could not stop myself from booting it up and trying to get first place.
I'm gonna go with Luigi's Mansion 3 for my favorite family game because I think everyone can enjoy this game together. I was pleasantly surprised of how fun the multiplayer actually is. And if you have a bunch of people with you, it can be incredibly fun. Wow!
All right, the nominees for the Best Family Game of 2019 include Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Mario Maker 2, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Dragon Quest Builders 2, and Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, 4 out of the 5 nominees are Nintendo Switch exclusives. It's kind of their MO with the way that they develop games. You know, I love mature games as well, but I love that with Nintendo titles, you can put them in a lot of Nintendo titles, you can put them in front of anybody and kind of let them into the world of video games. And certainly you could say that about a lot of these different nominees today. Let's talk about the one that isn't a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and that's Dragon Quest Builders 2. They let people build things together if they wanted to, and they gave you a lot more tools and a lot more quality of life improvements. It was just easier to get around, easier to find all of the ingredients to make the cool things that you wanted to do. It's also an incredibly fun game to play with younger players out there. My kid, she loves the building components in Dragon Quest Builders 2. An incredibly difficult game to put down. That's why it is one of the best family games of the year. We could say that about The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening as well, which is a remake of a classic Game Boy game. They basically turned the whole world into like a toy set. All of the puzzles are smart, all of the boss encounters are a lot of fun. There's, you know, a lot of things that you're going to be scratching your head about with regards to the complexity of how you solve this or how you beat this particular enemy. But that all speaks to the incredible talent that Nintendo's developers had when they built the original game, because everything has been carried over. Now, it's all been tuned and tweaked and polished and remastered with great music, and it's also a terrific game to play with younger kids. Now, my kid has become obsessed with Super Mario Maker 2. She had seen the original game on the Wii U, but she was a little bit too young for it, but this is like the sweet spot. She has been completely addicted to sitting there with her Switch Lite, I guess it's her Switch Lite now because my kid found it and makes levels in Super Mario Maker 2, and then she uploads them on my account. So if you're watching our vids and you follow me on Nintendo Switch, if you see any levels in Super Mario Maker 2, they were probably made by my daughter Ruby. It's an endless experience. Like, not only can you build your stuff and then share them, but they've done a great story mode in there, and there's the ability to kind of string a bunch of created courses together and kind of make your own Mario game experience. And then of course there's trying individual levels that people have built and crafted and have been rated on by the community. It's an incredible game and a great one to play with younger players. Luigi's Mansion 3 also definitely qualifies as a terrific family experience, and even though it came out around Halloween, it doesn't have to only be played on Halloween. If you light this up on a screen and you've got any family members of any age around you, they are going to be delighted by what they're seeing. And as easy and effortless as it is to bring people to this experience, once you get in and start playing it, you understand its intelligence and its refinement and its sense of solidity, and a sense of weight. An incredible game, and easily one of the best games to play with family members this year. But the game that I ended up playing with my family members the most this year was Yoshi's Crafted World for Nintendo Switch. This is just a gorgeous game. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, made with a tremendous amount of love, and you can certainly look at it and say, oh, this is super cutesy and it's super juvenile, and it is that. And it definitely will be something that, a young player can just go off by themselves and get a lot out of. But there's a lot of nuance and a lot of detail, not just in the background and foreground elements that you can interact with, but also the collectible strings that you want to get as you work your way through the game, and the replayability of levels. A lot of versatility and a lot of diversity within the game styles and game design as well. There's cooperative play within the game as well. Just a ton of heartwarming animated creations for people to discover in this game. Every other one that has come out, every other Yoshi's game, starting with Yoshi's Story on Nintendo 64, has not been as good as Yoshi's Island was for Super Nintendo until this game. Both my daughter and I gave this game a 10 out of 10, and for good reason, and that is why Yoshi's Crafted World is the best family game of 2019. Okay, so you made it through this video on the best family game of 2019, and congratulations to Yoshi's Crafted World. But every category has its own video, so there's lots of new content for you to check out. Please do let us know what your thoughts are, and if you've got different picks than us, that's cool. Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.